Christian, many investors often think they own physical gold, but they've actually invested in paper gold. What exactly is paper gold anyway? It's often known as ETF paper gold, for instance. And how does it differ from physical gold?
Yes, that's a classic question, and the confusion is extremely dangerous. If I can describe it with a visual comparison, physical gold is the steak on the plate, right? You're hungry and you want a steak. You have the steak right there on your plate. Paper gold is the menu. That's where you have the picture of the steak. So physical gold is the real gold. Paper gold is a promise of physical gold. That's a huge difference. In normal quiet times, it's fine. But when stormy times and crises hit, there won't be enough physical gold to cover all paper gold claims. The benefits of paper gold, you can quickly buy, sell, or gamble. The benefits of physical gold, you sleep soundly.
You just hit the nail on the head. I was just about to ask, what risks do many investors overlook with paper gold, and what are its pros and cons compared to physical gold?
Yes, as always in life, the devil is in the details, and that detail is the fine print. Most people honestly do not really read the fine print. I would recommend that every ETF or paper gold owner actually take the time to read the fine print. You'll find that you only have a claim to gold, and that the ETF issuer reserves the right to give you a cash payout instead of real physical gold, right? And in a crisis, you'll receive cash that will then be worthless. So that's the difference between paper and physical gold.
Now, there are frequent explosive statements from renowned metal experts that the paper gold price and the physical gold price will decouple in the near future. What would that mean specifically, and what impact would it have?
Yes, that's a very good question. In fact, the paper gold market is many times larger than the actual physical gold backing it. That doesn't matter in quiet, normal times, but just imagine a crisis, a major bank failure, and suddenly large hedge funds, banks, or big investors throw their paper gold holdings onto the market. Then this market will collapse because there isn't enough physical gold to cover it, and the paper gold price would plummet. Yes, that would become worthless. At the same time, physical gold at the precious metal dealers will literally explode. Everyone wants physical gold, ounces, bars, and the supply is limited. Prices are exploding, and the price of paper gold is heading towards zero.
Bottom line, if that were to actually happen, does that also mean at the same time that paper gold would then basically become worthless?
Yes, because you won't get paid out in physical gold anymore. As I've already said, the fine print states that you can also be compensated with cash, and this cash will then be worthless. That means it becomes worthless.
Yes, let's get straight to the point. What would have to happen for such a scenario to actually become a reality? And what signs are there already for this right now?
Only 2 or 3% of all paper gold investors need to lose their trust in paper gold and demand the physical gold. Then this market will likely collapse because it's oversubscribed with many times more paper gold relative to real gold. So the current signs are that central banks are buying large quantities of gold. The ECB is already buying more gold now than US Treasury bonds. That's very telling. The second thing is a strong west to east migration. In the east, especially in the BRICS countries, India and China, more gold is being bought, while in the west, people are still looking more at interest rates and the paper market. And the third thing is, if the demand for gold continues to rise, there will be a peak gold moment. That means the supply situation cannot be expanded indefinitely. New gold mines cannot be opened overnight. That means prices will explode and gold might not be as available anymore.
If you were to give someone advice today, or rather had to, who would you recommend what to? On the one hand, physical gold, on the other hand, paper gold. What is your recommendation here, and what fits whom?
That's very easy to answer. Whoever wants to gamble gets the paper gold. That is quickly sold and bought. You can take profits quickly. Whoever wants to hedge and insure themselves and sleep soundly gets the physical gold. The one, paper gold is like the speedboat and physical gold is like the lifeboat. I'd like to add one more comment to that. Please don't wait until queues start forming everywhere again. And until it says on the front of all the newspapers, buy gold, now is the last chance. Because by then, prices will already be very high. Buy now while prices are still relatively low.
Thank you, Christian.
My pleasure.